Hello, Cancer. I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is your energy update for the week of the 23rd of August 2021. Hope you're doing well. Be sure to check out your Sun, your Moon, your Rising, and your Venus sign in order to get a complete picture of all of the energies that you've got going on for your personal chart this week. I've got a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. Would love to have more Cancer energy in there. And if you're interested in a private reading with me, they are available from my website, behealing.com. You can find a link to that in the description box below, and there's also one up there as well. Let's find out what energies you've got, Cancer, this week. Fleeting beauty, something that's not going to last, something coming in and going out. Here for a good time rather than for a long time, maybe. Or it could be something that you think is happening, but then doesn't happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could think you're getting a job, but then you don't get the job, or it could just be like a carrot dangled in front of your nose to get your energy to change, like a stepping stone. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're applying for a job, there's a job that's earmarked for you by the universe, but to get from where you are to where you're going to be, you need this job in the middle, or you need to go for that job in the middle to realize, oh, really, I want to go here. Do you know what I mean? You need to believe that this is your job to go for it. So it's a stepping stone in your energetics. Synchronicity. Synchronicities that play. And so it could be, you're getting signs and synchronicities, all seems divine timing. You're like, this has got to be mine. It's just so perfect for me. And then it doesn't happen. Or it just happens for a very short time. Like meeting someone, you think they're the perfect person for you, and then they let you know, I'm leaving in 3 days. Something like that. And it doesn't seem to make much sense, because the synchronicities seem to say, this is right for you, Cancer. And it kind of is, but it's a stepping stone to get you to what is really right for you. So let's find out more about this. I just had my lunch, by the way. I'm getting sorted in my mouth still from eating a salad. Okay, tell us about Cancer this week. What's going on for Cancer this week? The Hanged Man. You're changing your mind about something. Okay, so when that happens, when that kind of thing happens that I've just talked about here, it can be very easy to change our minds and go, well, I never wanted that thing in the first place, and back. And instead of going from here to here to here, we go back. Don't let it do that to you. Don't go backwards. So don't let it change your mind about what you want. Keep on moving forward, is what this is saying. Keep moving forward. Seven of Cups here says that you've got many options. You've got more options. Like, there's not the only opportunity in the world. It's not the only person in the world that can love you. There's plenty more fish in the sea. There's plenty more job opportunities available to you. Whatever it is, there's plenty more there. A cycle needs to complete first. I'm just still getting this stepping stone energy here. Okay, so a cycle needs to complete first. And the Five of Pentacles, but you're feeling like you're being left out. So it sucks. Something sucky happens this week. It sucks. Yes, but there's something better ahead, and this is a stepping stone to it. As short-lived as this thing is, or it doesn't happen at all, it's a stepping stone in your energy. You need to go forward from there. So in other words, something better is available for you, but you needed to believe that this thing was for you. Tell us about this Hanged Man. Don't go backwards. Don't change your mind and go, well, I don't want that thing after all. If I can't have this one this time, I want anything. Why the Hanged Man? Why the Hanged Man? Six of Emotions is reminding you something about the past. Could be someone from the past. Oh, it could be someone from the past. So this, we could be talking about a relationship here, because often this card to me as a reader, it comes up as these soulmate and twin flame. It could be someone coming back in, and you think, that's it, they're back, they're here, they're back, and they're not. It's just for a short time. They're just saying hi, and could be that for you to change your mind about it. And if you say to them, I thought this was you coming back, a reunion. I've been getting readings about a reunion. I thought you were coming back. And they're like, no, I just thought I'd call in because I'm going to go and work in Saudi Arabia. You know, it's something like that. It's changing your mind about it because someone else isn't on the same page as you are. And you might have believed that they were. You might have been believing readings or believing wishful thinking that you wanted them to have the same feelings as you about it. Or, you know, it might not be feelings, that might not be about relationships, that might be about a job too. So you just like all the synchronicities you see, all the synchronicities, you're like, that promotion was mine. I thought they were going to give it to me. I thought they were thinking the same thing. I had all these signs. They seem to be on the same page as me. What's gone wrong here? So see how she's looking a bit forlorn now. She didn't get what she wanted. She's like, what is going on here? But this is saying, don't let it change your mind about it. It's not, you're not going to get it through that job or that person. Change your mind about that. But don't let it back you down from the root and the core of what it is that you want. So it's not about that particular person that you believe is your soulmate or twin flame. It's not. You want that energy. You want that love energy. It's going to come through the actual person that's going to come through, not that person. So it's not about that actual job. It was about what you wanted from that job or that promotion or whatever. So this is saying whatever's happening this week is getting you to change your mind about it, but don't go back. Don't let it. Don't renege on what you want. Don't let it. Don't let it defeat you. Let it show you that you're not going to get it through that particular way or person that you thought it was going. You're going to get it through. There's something better. There's a stepping stone. There's someone better or something better headed your way. As long as you don't switch your focus, you know, don't let it change your focus to give up. So death, yeah. So you need to give up on the specifics of it, as in it's that person, or I want a promotion, I want a better job, or I want a relationship, and it's got to be that person, or it's got to be that job. It's like, stop being so specific about it. It doesn't have to be that job. You've got all of these options here. Like this, the universe can give you exactly what you want. There's like millions of options for you to take. But if you're stuck on the one that it isn't, the universe is just like, what can I do? What can I do with Cancer? They're stuck on the one that isn't. They will only have it through this one person or this one thing, and that's not how it's going to get there. That person or that thing cannot give them what they want. So what can I do? There's all of these other options. The universe is like, well, what can I do? Because Cancer's blocking them all out because they're fixated on this one thing, which isn't it. Seven of Cups. Well, I've got the Seven of Cups here. All of these other options. So if you're thinking, but there are no other options, there is only this one, that's because you're limiting yourself to that one because you believe it is, and it's not. I think you've had a lot of signs that it's not. It's not the one. Like, how much more evidence that you need do you need? Seven of Cups. Tell us why the Seven of Cups is here. And I think this is more evidence that's coming this week, that it's not your person, or it's not your promotion, it's not your job. So that you can end it, so that you can end that restriction that you've got in place. They know it's got to come through this person or this thing. So some of you, this is about someone that you believe is your twin flame or your soulmate, which can be so restrictive. It's so restrictive. I mean, and often people are doing it, are believing in that it's someone, and it's not. It's a dysfunctional person. It's someone that can't have a clean relationship. And they're using that as evidence that it's a twin flame. Oh, twin flames are difficult. They've got red flags. They've run away. No, that's a dysfunctional relationship. Get away from that. That's signs that it's a dysfunctional relationship. That's not signs that it's a twin flame. You've got plenty of options here. Eight of Materials says you've been putting the work in, you'll reap the rewards from that. In other words, if you've been doing the self-love work, if you have been healing yourself and letting go of it, if you're doing that strong foundational core stuff within yourself, you're going to get that relationship that you want. You're going to get that job that you want, the promotion that you want. Sort your core stuff out and then be open to how it can be brought to you by the universe. Because there's many options, there's many ways. Don't restrict yourself. What's behind that is grounding. So you need to ground yourself in what's true for you. No more wishful thinking, no more, but I just know. I just know that that is mine. That person's mine. None of that. You need to ground yourself in the actual truth, actual reality. So ask yourself why you believe that stuff if you find yourself stuck there on those thoughts. So the wheel says, the wheel's turning, so change wants to happen for you. Change wants to happen for you. But right now you're restricting that change and it can't happen. So you've planted the seeds long ago of what it is that you want and you're being patient for it, but you've restricted it. The Wheel of Fortune says the universe wants to bring it to you, but it can't because of your restrictions. You're saying, nah, they've got to be bright red. I'll only accept bright red cards. Struggle. So you're making it a struggle. You think you're being infinitely patient, but you're not. You're making it a struggle. You're like, well, I want a pig, but it must be bright red and it must fly. The universe is like, but pigs are pink or grey and they don't fly. What can I do? I can never get your wishes met. Now, if you want a pink pig or a grey pig, there's so many out there. We've got millions of pigs that we can bring to you, but none of them are going to fly. So it's like ground yourself. Don't make it a struggle. Don't ask for things that are impossible. That's what it feels like. So Five of Pentacles, feeling left out. You're feeling left out because you can't have a pig that flies that's bright red. You're going to feel left out if you're giving someone no option. If you're like asking someone for the truth, but then you say, I don't know, that's not a very good example, but you're giving them no options, to actually do that. I don't know. You're feeling left out anyway, and it's your restrictions that are making you feel that way. The Three of Materials is about other people. It's about other people. You're feeling left out. Other people are leaving you out. Oh, I don't know what to do here. I don't know how to explain this to you, Cancer, because maybe I've done a good enough job already. But this is saying you're not being left out. You're just you're just barking up the wrong tree. This is all of it. You're barking up the wrong tree. You need to change your mind, but not change your mind so much. Not change your mind like a teenager and go, well, I'll not do anything anymore. Then don't do that. Don't go back to square one. Don't do that. Just ease up on it. The restrictions that you've put in place. Why have you put restrictions in place? Because you're trying to save yourself. You're trying to protect yourself from harm, from fear, from pain. You're trying to protect yourself from pain. So what's behind this Five of Pentacles and the Three of Materials? Just one flip. No? Five of Pentacles and the Three of Materials. What's behind those? Growth. Right. So in order to grow, so like I was saying, why do we restrict ourselves like that? Why? Because we want a safe option. So it's like I don't want it to come through anyone new. I want it to be this one person in my past. Why do we say that? Because we're open and vulnerable. If it's a new person or a new job, we want to restrict it to what we know to try and protect ourselves from possible pain. And Your growth path isn't that. If you think about falling in love, right? It's a risk. It's always a risk. Every single time. You have to be vulnerable to get there. Same going into anything new. It's always a risk. It can't be known. You can't restrict it. You can't protect yourself like that. It's the growth path is to open up and be vulnerable. So you're leaving yourself out here. You're leaving yourself out by restricting things too much. Okay, so what's going on in your love life? What's going on in your love life? It's very hot in here. What's going on in your love life? A lot, apparently. Finances and career, soulmate, and engagement. Okay, so if we're talking about your love life here, then you might be kidding yourself that this is your soulmate, and you might be holding out for someone that you think is your soulmate. It could be that for some of you. Or you see, generally if we're doing this kind of thing in parts of our life, we're doing it in all of our life. It's a pattern that we've got. And so with all of this energy, if this reading is about you here, then you're going to be doing that in your love life as well, or it's talking about your love life. Finances, a career are affecting your love life. Again, I'm getting from this, you're doing the same thing. If you've got a pattern, you've got a pattern. You're doing it in your finances and career, and you're doing it in your love life too. So there's a kind of an element of wishful thinking, and you might have learned that. You might have learned that as in law of attraction stuff, and it's like, no, I've got to wishful think otherwise, because that's how you do it. That's how you manifest. No, kind of now, but not really. Kind of, but not really. True that. It's not the full picture. So it feels to me like you're calling in, like you've asked the universe, you've planted those seeds here. You have planted those seeds. You've asked the universe for what you want, both in finances and career, and your soulmate and engagement, and commitment and all of that. You have planted those seeds, but then you're so fearful of not getting it that you're actually preventing yourself from getting it because you'll only let it come through that one little door that you've got open. Tell us more. Really? Are all cancers been like this? I don't know. I've not heard from any cancer fans lately. If you're going through this, if you are finding a way out of it or some kind of a tactic to help yourself through this, then please leave it in the comments. And if you're really struggling with this, then go and listen to your cancer brother and sisters in the comments, and you might be able to get some ahas. So help each other out here, cancer brothers and sisters in the comments. You got adjustments are required and you're good enough. Okay, so adjustments are required. You need to open up that door much, 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 much wider to infinite possibility, maybe. And you're good enough for that. So there is this fear. There's this fear that's kicked in. I'm not good enough. I need to get it through this one or this way because it's my only option. There's not anything else in the universe for me. Definitely not 7 options, never mind 7.7 billion options. Not feeling good enough, that's what's behind it. Adjustments are required so that you can open up to having your wishes fulfilled in whichever way it comes. You've got kindness here. Okay, so some of you are stuck on someone or something because of the kindness that you've been shown, and maybe you have had a very little kindness from other people in your work, finances, or career, or love life before, and so you're kind of grasping on to the breadcrumbs that you've been given. You're a humanitarian. You've got a lot of kindness inside of you. You've not received a lot of kindness from other people, and yeah. And so when you've been deprived of loving kindness from others, it can have you grasping and trying to cling to the little bit that you've had from someone. So maybe address that if that sounds like you. Again, if you know what I'm talking about and you've already been through this, leave a message in the comments there, because you could be helping a fellow Cancerian out of how you've dealt with that, You've got paradise and soulmates. Again, I'm getting like a fanciful thinking from this. Happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other, soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. It's this same thing. It's soulmate engagement. It's that I'm not feeling the truth of it. This is the thing. I'm not getting this elated feeling. I'm getting this, you know, when a friend tells you, I've met this great guy, and you don't get that feeling that they have, and you're like, oh, congratulations. You know what I mean, don't you, Cancer? When it's not true and you're a bit worried about them. It's that. Cancer, I'm worried about you. You think something's for you and it's not. Yeah, you know that feeling because this is saying that you've given it out to others. So you're saying, this is paradise, this is my soulmate, and your mates are like, you know what? I don't think it is, Cancer. You see, and usually when I get that kind of a feeling, I'll be saying like, just be careful whose advice you take because people can project their fears onto us. But I think all the fear is yours here, and other people are seeing you more clearly through those fears and that restrictions. So you need to quieten your mind. Maybe you're overthinking this. Maybe you're analyzing it too much and you're scaring yourself, and you need to quieten your mind there. Stop thinking about it so much. Maybe the restrictions are in place because you're thinking about it so much, scaring yourself and having to clamp down, restrict yourself, keep yourself safe. What energies do you need to tap into within yourself? Cancer, what energies do you need to tap into this week within yourself? Contentment, being content. You can learn to rest in what you already have and already are. Suddenly you remember, I'm right here resting in God. So this is saying like, go easy on yourself and just rest. Give it a rest. Don't try and move forward or restrict or anything. Just rest where you are and be content and get that kind of trust back. Get a feeling of trust back in yourself and in life. Because it feels like you're banging your head against a wall repeatedly. And the universe is like, that's not a door. The door's not open. Okay. What else do you need to know? This is a temporary situation, which is back to the top again. Yeah. Fleeting beauty. This won't last. This too shall pass. But you need to get yourself through it here. Synchronicities. Yes, it's a temporary situation. Thank you for that reminder. I've forgotten about that. It is a temporary situation. You've got a fair woman here. Might be me. You have a carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. I'm thinking it's more the mental journey going on here. You've got a caterpillar. It's a transformational journey. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Remember, it is temporary. It's okay. A change is coming, and you've got the sun, which is beautiful. Happiness and well-being is coming to you. Changes are coming. You just need to ease up on it a bit and really address those fears and how you've closed yourself down to possibilities. You know, when we're open to the possibilities, we've got infinite choice then. That's where the great stuff and the magic and the miracles, that's where it resides. When we restrict because we're so scared, we stop miracles, we stop that grace, that flow of grace. So it's time to open up, Cancer. So there you go. Don't forget to check those comments for other Cancerians' ideas about getting through this week. Share yours as well. While you're down there, don't forget to click like on this video. Really helps me out. And also click that subscribe button along with that notification bell. Have the best week ever, Cancer, and I will see you tomorrow in the daily energy update. Bye.